Welcome, Discovery travelers, ready to go beyond pasta and piazzas. Forget the tourist traps, we're talking hidden gems you need to add to your list. Italy's magic lies in these lesser-known spots, so buckle up, sip your espresso, and explore Italy like a local. Let's discover. First stop, Cinque Terre, 5 cliffside villages that'll make you feel like you're living inside a postcard. These colorful towns cling to the coast like they're competing for best Italian sunset. You can hike, swim, or just pretend you're on a calorie-burning stroll while you actually stop for gelato in each town. Just keep an eye on your ice cream in the summer heat. Fancy a zipline across a mountain? Castelmezzano has you covered. Known as the Flight of the Angel, it's an experience that's part thrill ride, part scenic tour. But if ziplining's not your thing, you can hike and enjoy the views. Either way, you're in for some heart-racing views. Rolling hills, cypress trees, and vineyards. Tuscany's Val d'Orcia. It's the kind of place where you expect someone to hand you a glass of wine the moment you arrive. Hop in a car, roll down the windows, and drive through this dreamy countryside, pretending you're in an Italian movie. Wine tasting, cheese platters, and way too many vineyard selfies are mandatory here. Matera's ancient cave dwellings are basically Italy's Flintstone-era homes, but they're incredibly charming. The Sassi di Matera are so old, it's like stepping into another era. Imagine staying in a cozy cave hotel, complete with Wi-Fi, which I'm sure the ancient Romans would have loved. Love a good volcano? Stromboli is your place. It's one of the few volcanoes in the world that erupts regularly, so take a nighttime boat tour and watch it put on a fiery show. Just don't worry, it's perfectly safe. No need for lava-proof hiking boots. Get ready to meet some monsters. The Parco dei Mostri, or Park of Monsters, has massive stone sculptures of strange creatures scattered in a forest. It's eerie, fascinating, and totally Instagrammable. Move over Lake Como. Lake Orta is Italy's best-kept secret when it comes to peaceful lake escapes. While the crowds flock to more famous lakes, Lake Orta remains an oasis of tranquility, perfect for slowing down and soaking in some old-world charm. The jewel of the lake is Orta San Giulio, a medieval village with narrow cobblestone streets, flower-draped balconies, and charming squares. It's like stepping back in time, with picturesque alleyways and the scent of Italian coffee wafting through the air. From Orta San Giulio, take a short boat ride to Isola San Giulio, a tiny island that seems almost magical. Known as the Island of Silence, this peaceful retreat is home to the Basilica di San Giulio, an ancient Romanesque church with beautifully preserved frescoes and intricate stone carvings. The island has a mystical air, with a walking path called the Way of Silence and Meditation, where visitors can reflect in serene surroundings. Back on the mainland, don't miss the scenic Sacro Monte di Orta. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a hilltop sanctuary with a series of 20 chapels adorned with frescoes and statues that depict the life of Saint Francis of Assisi. The hike up is worth every step, offering panoramic views of the lake and surrounding mountains. An unbeatable spot for watching the sunset. Lake Orta may be off the beaten path, but that's what makes it a hidden gem for those craving an authentic Italian experience. Next up, the Trulli houses in Alberobello. These cone-roofed homes look straight out of a fairy tale, or maybe a hobbit village. You'll want to take photos from every angle. Just don't be surprised if you half expect a wizard to pop out and offer you a magic potion. Just when you thought Italy couldn't get any more colorful, there's Procida Island. It's a pastel dream come true. Seriously, every building is painted in the happiest colors imaginable. Hop on a ferry, grab some seafood, and stroll the charming streets that'll make you want to turn your entire wardrobe pastel. Now, here's a spot you don't see every day. A village on a hill, only accessible by a footbridge. Civita di Bagnoregio's been around since forever, but erosion is slowly nibbling away at it, so you might want to visit sooner rather than later. The views from this place? Unreal. The walk across the bridge? A bit of cardio. San Fruttuoso is a tiny treasure tucked away between Portofino and Camogli, only accessible by boat or a hike. It's got a 10th century abbey, beautiful beaches, and a statue of Christ underwater. Yes, underwater, this is a beach day like no other. The towns in Val di Noto look like they were decorated by the world's best Baroque architects. Imagine strolling around, pretending you're a noble from the 1600s, or just appreciating the fancy facades and taking a million photos. Either way, this valley is pure architectural eye candy. Isola Bella is like a Mediterranean daydream come to life. It's got crystal clear waters, lush vegetation, and a hidden beach that appears only at low tide. This tiny island off Taormina is where you go to feel like royalty, or at least like a very lucky beachgoer. It's getting mysterious down here. Puglia's Grotte di Castellana caves are filled with ancient rock formations that look straight out of a fantasy novel. You can even join a candlelit tour for extra intrigue, but watch your step. Monte Isola is Europe's largest lake island, and it's an absolute dream for a day of biking, lakeside picnics, and relaxing. There's a vibe here that'll make you want to slow down, grab a plate of local olives, and never look at your watch again. Montepulciano is Tuscany with a side of epic history and wine. It's like wandering through a medieval village that just so happens to have some of the best wine in Italy. Grab a glass, find a cozy spot with a view, and live your best Italian life. Vernazza is probably Cinque Terre's most charming village, and that's saying a lot. With its little harbor, castle on the hill, and colorful buildings, it's a place to get lost, eat too much pesto, and watch the sunset with a new Italian friend. Cividale del Friuli is like stepping into a medieval storybook, complete with stone bridges, ancient monasteries, and mysterious history. Founded by Julius Caesar himself, this town has deep roots in both Roman and Lombard cultures. Start your visit at the Devil's Bridge, which arches over the Narizone River. Legend has it the bridge was built by the devil in exchange for the soul of the first creature to cross. Luckily, the townsfolk tricked him with a goat. After the bridge, check out the Tempietto Longobardo, Lombard Temple, a rare 8th century structure with intricate carvings and frescoes showcasing the unique art of the Lombards. This ancient temple is one of the most remarkable remnants of Lombard history in Italy, and walking through it feels like touching the past. Finish up at the National Archaeological Museum, where you can dive into the town's Roman and Lombard heritage, from ancient jewelry to weapons and coins. Known for its sugar-coated almonds, or confetti, and as the birthplace of the Roman poet Ovid, Sulmona combines charm, history, and sweet treats. Wander the Piazza Garibaldi, one of Italy's largest medieval squares, where you'll see a 13th century aqueduct and, if you're there in summer, catch the annual Giostra Cavalleresca, a jousting tournament that transforms the town into a medieval spectacle, with knights in armor, flag throwers, and townsfolk in traditional costume. For history buffs, a visit to Santa Maria della Tomba is a must. This 11th century church was built on what's believed to be Ovid's house and features beautiful frescoes and Romanesque architecture. Next, take a stroll to Hermitage of Sant'Onofrio, perched on a hill just outside town. This secluded monastery offers sweeping views of the mountains and countryside, perfect for a peaceful escape and a dose of nature after exploring the historic streets. Of course, you can't leave Sulmona without picking up some confetti. Head to Confetti Polino, a historic shop where you'll find handcrafted confetti arranged in beautiful flower bouquets, perfect as a souvenir or snack. And there you have it, Italy's hidden gems. Which one are you adding to your list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more off-the-beaten-path adventures.